we always hear all the time, Roy, you know, when we're watching TV or on social media, like, man, this person's making, you know, this amount of money and, you know, they only paid this much in taxes.
Yeah.
Right? And then you also just hear about politicians and whatnot saying, oh, we're going to, you know, tax the wealthy more. We're going to increase more taxes on the wealthy. But, you know, the wealthy they're not concerned about it because they're already protected. You know?
So all of it's an act.
All of it's an act. Yeah, this is all a game. This is all a game.
We all up here talking about, tax the wealthy.
Yeah.
They like, idiots.
Yeah. So
you don't know the system.
They're already set up and they're protected. And, you know, what I'm going to kind of share with you a little bit is one of the things I think is one of the greatest accounts ever invented. You know, I'm an owner of this account myself. I'm in the process of getting another account like this. And I just think it's something that, you know, specifically our community, you know, don't really have too much awareness on. So it's something that I believe everybody, you know, should at least have some awareness on, and they can make a decision if it's, you know, the right choice for them. So Roy, let's talk a little bit about money, man.
You know what? I'm glad that you want to break us in on the secrets, man, because a lot of times I think we need to hear it from a person that's on the inside.
Yeah.
And that look like us.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
You know, at the end of the day, familiarity, you believe with, you know. And when you told me about it, I was like, what? So it's not about how much you weigh. It's all about how you apply or what you have or where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's kind of look at, you know, where do most people put their money at?
In the bank.
Right. Why do they put their money in the bank?
Because they believe that's a safe place.
Right. But what's the problem with the bank?
It's not a safe place then.
It's a safe place.
Oh,
no,
okay. I'm just saying.
It's a safe place, but
the problem with the bank is what? Fees, or I mean, people usually put money in the bank to, I guess, spend.
Yeah, keep it safe.
Yeah.
You have it right, you know, to keep it safe. But the problem is you're not going to really get too much growth. That's the main thing with keeping your money in the bank, right? Growth. So, you know, you're getting like 0.001%, something ridiculously low, right? So we pretty much call it, you know, your money's dying in the bank. It's a death account, pretty much.
I mean, dying, that's pretty harsh, man.
Yeah, it's not doing anything for you. No, it's pretty much a flatline account.
Okay, put it this way. So you're saying, how about your money is living for the bank, not you?
Yeah, that's another way. Yeah, because they're actually using what I'm about to kind of show you. They're actually putting their money there to get the growth on it, while they give you the very low percentage. So
do you think the bank is taking your money and putting it over there and you don't even know it?
Oh yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're pretty much using your money and they're investing it. Well, again, you kind of get that safety from the FDIC, you know, the funds don't increase correctly. That's what we call it. But pretty much, if you think about it, you know, inflation last year was 6.8%. So.
Okay, in ABC terms.
Yeah, so 6.8%. That means, you know, cost of living has gone up, groceries, things like that. And then the growth on your money, again, is only 0.001% or so. So you're not getting any growth. That's why we call it the dying account. And your money's not going anywhere. And believe it or not, around 85% of people use that as their primarily, you know, source of keeping their money safe and expecting a little growth on it. Then you have the other 10% of people, they do investment type accounts, right? So those are going to be your 401ks, you know, stocks, things like that.
Right.
And then, why do you think people put their money in those type of accounts?
A better return.
Right? Yeah, so you get some growth on your money, right?
Yeah, you always look for return.
Yep. But with that growth comes some risk, right? So these are known as variable type accounts.
Okay.
Right? So when the market goes up, your money goes up. But when the market goes down, your money goes down. Right? So you remember 2008, don't you, Roy?
Of course.
Right? 2008.
That was a tough time for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. So the market crashed. And a lot of those people, it took them an average of 10 years to get their money back to where it was at. And that's if they kept it in the account. If they took it out, especially with 401ks, if they took it out and they weren't a retirement age, they got taxed on it, and they faced fees and whatnot.
That's so take you 10 years, but they got their money back right now though.
Yeah, they had to wait the 10 years though, so that's probably why if you went to the grocery store.
But think about that though. Even though they had to wait 10 years, they still made more money than your money sitting in the bank.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact.
Yeah.
Even if they did that position, they was in that position,
and
85% of people isn't. Those 10% still made more than 85% that wasn't.
Yeah.
And they lost, and they gained 10 years later. You still make more money.
Yeah, you still made more money, more so than the bank. But again, you probably saw during that time period a lot of older people, still working.
Right.
Because they were just trying to get their money back to where it was, and they didn't want to face all the penalties and fees to pull the money out, right? And then you have the other, 5% of America, the wealthy America, right? So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a 5% of 5%. Then you got 95%.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of people that majority have the money.
Yeah. So 5% of wealthy America. What do you think? What do wealthy people hate paying?
They hate paying anything, actually.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah, if it's not a return, if they're not spending for a return, they don't like really buying.
Yeah.
Or paying anything. But they hate taxes, though.
Yeah.
Everybody hates taxes. I think it seems like who love taxes? The people that broke.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
They always say, oh, tax season, what I'm about to get.
Yeah, about to get X amount of money back.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, the 5%, again, they don't like paying taxes. So pretty much they put their money in what's known as tax advantage type accounts.
Tax advantage.
Tax advantage.
Never heard of that.
So those are going to be your, your IRAs, and then also insurance. So in 1913, the U.S. government, they passed a law saying that any money tied to life insurance will be tax-free. So what do you think wealthy America did when they found out that information?
They put all their money into it.
Right? So they wanted something that was going to give them, little safety of the bank, and then also some growth on their money, like an investment account, like a 401k, something like that. And that's what they created, what's known as the IUL. And pretty much that's Index Universal Life. So in the index portion, this is going to be a reflection of the market, but not a direct participant in the market. All right, so pretty much what that means is when your money goes up, or when the market goes up, your money goes up. But when the market crashes and goes down, you actually stay nice and level. Because again, it's not a direct participant in the market. So the trade-off of that is that you're going to have a cap and a floor. So the cap is going to be 15%. And pretty much what that means is, say if the market went up 30%, you're going to be capped off at 15%. But on the flip side, if the market crashed, say like it did in 2008, you're going to be locked in at 0.75%. So you're not going to actually lose any money on your gains on the cash that's accumulated. So that's the trade-off of that there. And the crazy thing is, back in 2008, when the market did crash, people that pretty much had this as their primarily, their retirement account, they were able to take advantage of, the real estate crash and everything that. So they were able to have access to their money, again, tax-free, so that way they can make further investments in real estate and things like that. So they were able to take advantage of that whole situation. The U is, again, for universal. So, these accounts are very flexible. And they have flexible premiums, and you can use them for, numerous things, and you can use a bunch of different strategies to, again, avoid taxes and whatnot. And the L is for the life insurance. So again, with these type of accounts, you also get a death benefit. So if something were to happen to you, your family will be taken care of, and they won't have to worry about, expenses and things like that. You're giving your family some protection there. And if it's written up the right way, you also get what's known as living benefits, and that's pretty much you have access to your death benefits if you're, you got chronically, critically, or terminally ill or something like that. You have access to your death benefits early. So pretty much, these accounts, they can be used for, numerous things. Not too many people are aware of them, but again, they can be used for, retirement. They can be used for an executive bonus plan, and they can also be used for
executive bonus plan.
Executive bonus plan.
What
Yep.
is that, man?
Let me teach you a little bit about that. They can also be used for a little bit of your college savings plans too for children.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much going around, I meet a lot of barbers, hairstylists, cosmetologists, a lot of independent contractors that could actually use it as an executive bonus plan. And pretty much what that is as long as they have a business set up, LLC, some sort of business account set up, they can use that to, again, pay the account, the premium and whatnot, and write off 50% of their taxes. So they can have that money working, growing for them, instead of paying Uncle Sam. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 that you get.
God.
Yep.
Bro, I need to set up this account.
Yeah, so you get to write off your taxes up to 50%, and you'll get the growth on your money, and you can have that money work and grow for you. So it's just one of the things that, not too many people are aware of or know about. So in these type of accounts, again, you're going to have more where a portion of it goes to the cost of insurance, the death benefit, and then the other portion is invested into that index portion there. But let me ask you, the last time you took out a loan, were you taxed on it?
Of course, I'm always taxed on it.
Now, on a loan is usually tax-free on, if you take out a loan from the bank or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's tax-free, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the workaround. So this is why you don't have to necessarily report it as income. Because when you say, hey, I want to get, X amount of dollars from my account, depending on the amount, they write it up to you as a loan. So it does have an interest rate on the 1%, but again, your account's always growing, and the loan, it pretty much washes itself out. So you're able to kind of have access to your money before retirement age without any sort of penalty as far as like if you had like a 401k or something like that. Right, so since it's written up to you, as a loan and it doesn't count as income, it gives you a lot of safety on your money too. So as far as like with lawsuits, child support, bankruptcy, creditors, things like that, they're not able to touch the money pretty much because it's in a safe haven in this type of account. Another.
So in this account, is it kind of like a? Do you have to have like a direct deposit for it?
Yeah, it's easy.
Can you just send money to it?
Yeah, it's pretty much you have it set up. You have to link with your account, your bank account, and they will just take the monthly withdrawal from it.
So I can set it up with my business account to where they automatically deduct a certain amount that I want them to take out.
Yep. And then, like I said, at the end of the year, you'd be able to, however much you put in there, you'd be able to write off, up to 50% of your taxes, since you have it as an expense. And that's pretty much what it's an executive bonus plan on how that's written up. So,
how do you get started on this thing? Where do you go?
Yeah. You can contact me. It's definitely recommended, have an agent. You can reach me on, Instagram, Matt Leonard 20. So MattLeonard 20. Or you can reach me at facebook.com/MattLeon. But it's always recommended to, have an agent to set it up for you, so that way they set it up properly. And they can make sure you have those things like the living benefits and things like that set up.
Man. Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm glad I got an agent right here.
But yeah, even like some more advantages of it, as far as, again, when you have access to your money and it's, again, tax-free and doesn't necessarily count as income. A lot of people, they run into, when they get to retirement age and say they're not at, the Medicare age yet, when they go to take out health insurance, they have to pay a very expensive premium because if they're getting their money out of a 401k, they have to report that as income. And the more income you take in, the higher your premium is going to be for health insurance, right? But again, this doesn't count as income because it's written to you as a loan. So therefore, your insurance premium is going to be lower. Another advantage is also too is you'll be able to access full Social Security benefits. Just because again it doesn't count as income, so you'll be able to get access to your full Social Security benefits. But there's numerous strategies that you can use that not too many people are aware of. And I just want to definitely just shed some light to the community about it, and just know that you have options out there. And this is as another little side note too. GoFundMe is not life insurance. Make sure you have something in place to protect your family and your assets. Too many times you see it where you're scrolling through social media, somebody unfortunately passes away, and they leave their spouse behind and children. And, they don't have anything set up to protect their family, so they're missing out on income, and they have to still pay their mortgage, and if they have any leftover debt, and any sort of educational expenses for their children, that needs to be kind of considered. So a lot of times you can get a life insurance policy for the same price that you're paying for a lot of streaming services and things like that. So definitely make sure you go out there and you have something in place to at least protect your family. Whether it's through me, you can contact me, or somebody else, another agent. But have something in place. That's something that I see a lot that I think our community doesn't really know too much about, and we need to start having stuff in place to protect our families.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Okay. We all got to get it right, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the link of information. I'm definitely just share this video and let everybody be aware of. This is 2022. We need to put everybody in a better position, educate each other, and help each other out. Educated community are always a better community.
Apply the information you learn.
Yes. Apply it. Don't be selfish with it. Let everybody else know. Because now education is the wealth, man.
Yeah.
You can have $1 million and burn right through it if you don't know what to do with it. Knowledge is always king.
Oh yeah.
People have lost everything what they had and started over because they had the right knowledge. Because if you gained it before, you could always gain it again.
Yeah.
But if you gifted something and you didn't earn how to get it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose it. So, and that's what I learned, man. People like, yo, yeah, you can hit the lottery. But you hit the lottery, you ain't gonna know what to do with that money.
Yeah, yeah.
You just a person hit the lottery about to spend it.
Yeah, about to spend it.
That's it.
Give it back.
You always cherish what you work hard. And we need to cherish, just how we cherish everything material, we need to cherish education, our lives, and the people around us, and make sure they straight. We're into this self thing. This self thing ain't working, man. This self thing ain't working. And I appreciate you, bro.
Not a problem.
Definitely appreciate you.
That's barber in Central Florida. I drive over 40 miles to come here.
Hey, hey, man, you don't have to, hey, man, you don't have to spoon me though. You know what I mean? I appreciate it though, man. I think it's more than just getting a haircut, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
We vibe. It's comfortability is everything. I tell people, I drive for anything for comfortability.
Oh yeah.
And relationships. Life is based really about relationships you build throughout your life.
Oh yeah, it's about who you know.
It's about who you know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how big your house is. If you're in there by yourself, man, you just got a big house by yourself. But life is better when you're around great people. and then try to help each other. And you see the world, the grass look different like that. You got some people, man, they by themselves a lot and don't have nobody or not connecting with people. They feel like the world is terrible. But me being in this space right here, and everybody come through with great energy, man, it feel like the world is good.
Yeah.
You know, let's apply that.
I always say you become who you surround yourself.
Yeah, man, that's facts. I learned that hard at an early age, man. I surround myself with the wrong person, wrong people, and suffered from it. And I was just a young kid. So yeah, that's true, man. So true. I'm a witness to that, man. Be careful who you hang around, bro. Because I think a lot of times, and people are very aware how influential they are, especially I was hanging around people older than me and stuff like that. And you try to believe them that they got your best interest.
Yeah.
They just using your young mind against you.
Yep.
But you know, you're a young man, you think everybody's about you, they not.